I'm cleaning my glue pen here.
Ah.
So, oh,
Hello. Hello.
hello, hello.
Oh.
Okay. So, you went to the thrift store.
Yeah, I did. I found a few things, but this
Okay,
was
make
the
yourself
most
big because
intriguing thing.
I want to see that. I want to see that. Ooh, I want
Well,
to
I'm
see
going to
that.
wait because nobody's in here but you and me at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right.
So when they do, I will.
I
But
wonder. Let's see here. I wonder if I can get to this where I can share us. Let me see. Well, it says two people are watching.
oh, hi, two people. We're glad you're here. Mindy and Mina, it's good to see you. There was nothing there. The lady said there was a box and an instruction thing with it when they stuck it out there, but they were gone. Um, but I don't know. Interesting.
I'm over on Facebook sharing here, so I'll
Okay.
be just a
Hi,
second.
Mary. Hi, Candy. We're glad you're all here. Mina, Mindy, Candy, Mary. The three M's and a C.
Three M's and a C. Well, that works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll let a
Now
few
we
more
think.
people get in before I show this thing that I found while I was at the thrift store. But because there's always the chance one of you knows a little something about it. I was trying to find what I did with the other things I got because they're. Where did I put those? I don't think I left them in the house. Oh.
Mm-hmm. That won't let
Hi,
me do
Laurie
that way.
Lou.
So. Okay. Well, I shared it
Hi,
a little
Juanita.
bit, so
Thank you for
maybe.
sharing, Tanya. I appreciate it. Hi, Deb.
Okay. Well, hi, let's see who all. Mina and Mindy and Mary, Candy and Lorlu and
Juanita.
well, Juanita, and thank you because I was having to look, and Deb and Sherry. Hi guys.
Yay, we're glad you're all
Yay.
here.
So yeah,
Well,
Lisa's gonna share something fun in a minute. So
yeah, I am. If I could, I want. Oh, here it is. Okay. I found my other fun stuff. So I'll
okay.
go ahead and start with this. I went to a thrift store. I've got to quit doing it because I always find something fun,
Yeah, but
and I just need to stop.
make yourself big so we can see it all.
All
Okay.
right. I just need to stop. But anyway, I found this shirt, and I've already cut it into two pieces to use with jelly plate.
Mmm.
So I have
Yep.
one for me, and the other one I'm going to send to whoever wins the auction on my private jelly printing class
Oh,
at the
from
Defy auction on Saturday. I'm going to send this one to them along with a few pieces of textured wallpaper. So that's going to be part of a bonus they get. And then
mm,
I found this little book. It's
that's
really a cute
cute.
size little book. Um, and I'm not a grandmother, but I love the pictures in it. I mean, just
It
look.
doesn't matter whether you're a grandmother or not, but look, it's got music, it's got cute pictures.
Let's find some more here.
Oh yeah, it's got adorable pictures.
This little store, all kinds of little short stories, and um, but a lot of these can, be fussy cut out or
Mm-hmm. Yep.
anyway. I thought they were really pretty, and I was trying to decide what I was going to do on the back of my lap board. because I
Uh-huh.
need to decorate the back of it, and I may use these on the back of it, or at least some of them.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Um, haven't decided yet. I'm going to do that Monday night, so I got to decide soon. But they've got a lot of different kinds of stuff in it. Anyway, it was a really cute little book, and I
Mary
thought
wants to know. Mary wants to know who the author is.
the author,
It might. I was going to
it's
say
a
it might be.
compilation, so
Yeah.
it says edited by Lena Tabori, Tabori, and Alice Wong, Wong, revised and updated edition. 18 fairy tales, 19 poems, 13 nursery rhymes, 15 songs, 26 finger games, 5 granny stories, 50 grandmother sayings, more than 30 activities from embroidery and family quilt to Little Red Riding Hood puppet, more than 30 recipes to indulge and nourish. And they've written a bunch of them. There's Little Big Book for boys, Little Big Book for girls, Little Big Book for God's children, Little Big Book for dads, moms, animals, Little Big Book of baseball, of birds, of California, of cats. So they've done a ton of books, but this is just one. It's the
Hi,
first one I've
Tanya.
seen.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Glad you're
And
here.
Deb, aren't we always multitasking in the laundry room?
That's the only way you can do laundry. I mean,
Yeah.
who wants to concentrate on that?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And then I found this little book.
Oh, that's
I paid
cute.
50 cents a piece for each of these things.
Ah, okay.
So, well, I paid a quarter for this, but 50 cents for these other things. And this is the Directory of Amarillo Claims Men Association from 1965 to 1966. I don't know what Claims Men Association is.
I'm sorry. Deb says she'd rather multitask in the recliner.
Oh, absolutely. But it's got mention, names of all the men who are
Involved.
all the representatives, and their phone number is DR35252, DR40308. So I have see, I don't even remember when those were phone numbers, and I was born then, so I must not have learned my phone number till a few years later, because my phone number was always, mom's phone number. As long as I've known my phone number from childhood, it's the same number.
Oh.
And so I never learned a number like this. So it must have switched just about the time I was learning how to give my phone number out. But there are a few of these places that I just wondered how many of these, advertised places in here are still around. And some of them are. Plains Chevrolet is still here. Allied Glass Company is still here. And I'm sure there are a bunch that I don't know. T. Miller's Wrecker Service is still here.
I have to tell
Brown
you,
Russell
my
Pontiac
first
still
phone
here.
number was B Short North Line. We had a party line, and the little town we lived in had a private phone company. So, and
Cool.
they still actually have a private phone company. It's one of the few places, because otherwise the phone company ends up being a monopoly of some sort. So
Right.
they had to leave this private phone company alone. Now it's grown and there's phone numbers, but my first phone number, because I can remember it was B Short North Line, because we lived in the north part of the township. So.
And in the very back of the book, it's got a couple little funnies.
Oh, okay.
This one says, when a man takes a worthless piece of paper, writes a hit song, and sells it for $50,000, that's genius. When a man signs his name to a piece of paper and makes it worth $500,000, that's capital. When a cop takes a worthless piece of paper and writes your name on it, that's your hard luck. When a man buys $5 worth of steel and makes $1,000 worth of watch springs, that's skill. But when a man drives around looking for an apartment, finds just what he's looking for, and when the manager asks, have you any children, he puts on a long face and answers, yes, but they're in the cemetery, pays 6 months rent in advance, gets a receipt, and then goes to the cemetery and gets his children and brings them to the apartment. That's brains.
Oh, hello, Barbara. Hi, Julie.
Anyway, hi, Julie. Hi, Barbara. I'm
that
glad
was
y'all are
good.
here.
I like that one. That's braids. Yep, they're in the
I thought it was
cemetery.
fun.
Yep.
And then there was this, which is some note
Oh, that's
paper.
pretty.
There's not a whole bunch of it, but there's some note paper and some envelopes. And I don't know that the envelopes even go with the note paper. There's these envelopes too, but they don't go with the note paper.
No.
So this just stuff was just stuck in here together. And then there's a note that says, hi, this has been another real cold day and a little more snow. This is that box of stationery I already had. I'll check for more later. Love you, Mom. So I thought that was sweet for 50 cents. And then
Hi,
I got
Teresa.
this. Okay. Mary. I don't know what county you live in Nebraska, but this is from Kearney County, Nebraska, the Atlas from 1946.
Actually, she's either in Kearney County or south. Yeah, I was gonna say that's where she's at. Is in Kearney County.
That's your county. Well, I'm going to send this to you because I love it and I think it's wonderful and I was going to use it, but I don't think I could enjoy it as much as you because you live there.
Okay,
But
I
it
think
has,
she says here, but I think that means she's
oh, okay.
here in.
Well, if this is your county, I'm going to send it to you. But it's got all the plats for that county.
Wow.
Listed.
Kearney is west of them. Yes, Kearney is far west, isn't it, Mary? They're in Clay County.
I thought it was really cool. Well, I'll probably keep it since it's not your county. But if it was your county, I was going to send it to you. But I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, we actually Jeff gets those for the he's got those for here because of his dad's property over in Defuniak, and then he's got a couple of maps like that for the for what they call Blackwater. It's because then you can find the public land.
And on the back it says contents, books may be opened for inspection if necessary from Warp Publishing Company, and it's cent book rate, and it looks like 3 cents.
Woo!
November 27th, 1945 is when this was mailed out to whoever it went to. It doesn't even show who it's to, so it evidently never, I don't know why it didn't get mailed. Anyway, kind of weird.
Tanya says
Tanya lived in Kearney for 9 years. Wow. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll stick it in your package, Tanya. I don't know if it'll fit in there or not. I just thought somebody who actually lived in this county would like it. So
anyways, I wanted to say again hello to Tanya and Teresa and Julie because I wasn't sure they heard us. Anyways, hi everyone. We're glad you're here. Okay, we're waiting.
Okay.
Janet's here. Hello, Miss Janet.
Hi, Janet. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad y'all are both here. I found this at the same thrift store, and it will print. It's really weird. I don't know how you were supposed to use it because the only way I can see to ink it is to stamp it onto an ink pad or hold it like this and rub an ink pad across it. But if you do the stamp it onto an ink pad, then this gets all inky and you would end up with inking this, but maybe they didn't care.
Honey, I think it has an ink pad in the top of it. Okay, I have an old one like that, and it actually has a ink pad sort of in it somewhere where the numbers fold up against it.
Well, if this does, I see no way to get in there to it.
Okay.
There you flip this to change the day.
Uh-huh.
but I don't see anything else. This looks like it might open up if I had a screwdriver. Let me get one and see. I don't know anything else that would actually open it up. Because
Teresa,
it's
I'm glad it
really,
got there all safe and sound.
well, I can't find a screwdriver. Oh, I know what I'll try. Where did I put that? Oh, well, I had that scalpel from that dissecting kit.
Yes, but
But
is
now I
that
can't
sturdy
find the
enough to
dissecting.
actually pop up things open like that? You might.
Anyway, if it will, this is the only thing that I can see that would open.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this doesn't move. I mean, it doesn't twist. It just goes straight down.
Huh. Okay.
So, I don't know how you were supposed to use it, but I'll ink it and show you. It will actually print. But
Well, it's all right if it gets a little on the piece
yeah, I'm going to
because
do it that way
it's just gonna
first.
make it grungy. Oh, that's cool. I think that, there you go. I think that's how it was used.
Let me find it, put it on a piece of paper so I can lift it up and show you a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Surely I've got a piece of paper here I can use. Here, this will work. September 14th, 1962.
Mm-hmm. And I like the grunge that it gives you.
So, it's not really easy to use, but I think it'll be fun to use. But when I flip this switch to change the date,
Mm-hmm.
all it changes is the, oh, wait a minute. Huh. I was thinking maybe if I take it all the way around, it will click and move the next one.
Mm-hmm. But it. Juanita says it was supposed to self-frame the date on the old movies. They would have the ink pad to the right, and they would ink the stamp and ink stamp, like at the library. Like if you're, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it has little things sticking out here to move the dates.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the year is gone, and the one on the month is sticking out, and so it's not actually moving anything. That's why this is the only thing that's moving something.
Uh-huh. Well, it's not going to have 2020 on it anyways.
No, praise the Lord.
So,
Sorry.
that's true. Uh-huh. And Deb says what Juanita says. Deb is repeating what Juanita says is that they were not self-inking. They were supposed to be stamped, and it's supposed to frame the stamp, the date.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what it would do on a.
Yeah, that it did right there. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it looks real cool.
So anyway, I thought it would be fun, even if everything is in September.
Yeah, and Teresa says, "Well, you are right. You are so right."
And anyway, I paid $1 for it.
Oh.
I first bought it thinking Darren had some old office equipment that he decorated his office with, an old typewriter, an old adding machine,
Oh, how fun.
several old things like that. And I thought he might want this, but he said when they remodeled the offices, he didn't take any of that stuff back.
Oh,
Um, so he doesn't need it. So I'll just stamp September on my stuff.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Um, really? You only went to one thrift store?
I know, I did. Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Just one. I'm
Just
really
one.
trying to be better about not doing that because I don't need to be buying stuff that I have to figure out where to put it.
I see. Yep, yep. Okay.
Okay, let me get us back both. Anyway, I'm definitely trying to be more judicious about what I get when I go, but
Well, I think Jeff's gonna, put a halt to my buying dictionaries. I really think he's
how many do you need, Tanya? You have 46.
46. I probably have 56, but
Well, I only
oh
have
dear.
about 10, so I still
Well,
got a long ways to go.
let's see. I have I have at least three that are two volumes. Their dictionaries are there's two volumes for each dictionary. And let's see, there's five right there. 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. There's two under where my feet are. Then there's another whole shelf down there that's dictionaries. I maybe don't have 46, but I at least have 26.
Well,
So,
that's probably a good amount.
yeah, I think I have enough dictionaries, but every time I see one, I want it.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty, and I passed up a set of dictionaries when I was at that thrift store because I know, and they were the two big ones, like you said, because I just bought a set like that
Hmm.
was prettier. This set was kind of torn up, and I thought I have like 5 dictionaries I'm pulling pages out of to use anyway. So so I let them go because they're huge and they take up so much space.
Yeah, Deb,
Deb
I'm not
asked,
sure what that is.
oh, go ahead.
I'm Deb asked a question. I'm not sure what that is. And then Julie asked about cotton duck. Cotton duck is like a heavier cotton fabric. It's not quite as heavy as canvas, but it's getting there. Usually fairly tightly woven. So now Deb asked a question, and I'm not sure what that is. Compmeter was the
I'm not
first
either.
commercially successful key-driven mechanical calculator. I don't know, but my father-in-law has an adding machine that, when he goes, is mine coming home. But he still uses the little thing. It's not little; it's as big as a typewriter.
Yeah. Well, I remember when my dad brought home his first adding machine that he could afford as a person, and he bought it. He only was able to buy it because the office was selling it. They got new, more modern, smaller ones.
Uh huh.
Um, and I thought that was so amazing. And now, on your phone, you can just do anything. It's just
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
the things that have changed in my lifetime. I got to
Yeah.
turn off this air conditioner. Good grief.
Yeah, Julie, at least that's what my understanding cotton duck is. That's what, if I were going to the fabric store and looking for canvas, what? I've used duck cloth to cover car seats and things like that. Make heavy, heavy pillows, that kind of thing, like floor stuff. So,
So I'm trying to see where she found it.
Yeah, the problem is that whether or not it is really good cotton duck or if it is, Chinese cotton duck. And oh, they're on top of my head. I'm like, where's my glasses? Jeez. Okay. So we're at the point where I'm going to do some gluing to see where we stand here.
Well, I'm looking for something right here. That's what I need next.
There's something right there, huh?
Right there. So I think even if it's cheap, it's probably usable for
Oh yeah.
covers and putting in collage and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But whether it would be, strong enough to do tarps and the kinds of things sometimes people do with cotton duck, I don't know.
Right. I agree with that. That's the thing is that, but as far as using for what we might use it for, but it would probably make great tote bags and
Yeah. And you could probably make pillows out of it if you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but like I've actually made shade covers. My brother-in-law, when he first moved out where he's at, now he has since replaced it with something more permanent, but he wanted a little shade cloth over his deck.
Yeah.
And I helped him do that because it didn't take much. We just stapled it actually. When it was, it was been a while since we did that, and it lasted a couple of years, but in our heat and sun climate, it didn't last real long. Now they use ripstop nylon for that kind of thing. There's actually a company here in town that makes what they call sails. Yeah, Barbara, the pillows I made from it was more for sitting on the floor, but any kind of it would make great journal covers. You could paint on it very nicely. Okay. You just turned your air conditioner off, and I may have to go turn mine on. Whew.
Well, I had it on economy air and set at 77 degrees, and it was still coming on. I was like, okay, I know it is warm outside, but it is not that warm outside.
Oh, I bet you if I turn my floor pillows. Deb says she uses something between canvas and duck for most of her journals and paints them or leaves them plain. Yes, and the texture of them, Julie, would be fabulous. That's the duck cloth is it has a nice, I don't know, kind of woven type texture. I agree with that. That would be good. Okay, yeah, but I'm going to have to go turn on my air because it is too warm in here. I should have known. It was almost too warm when I was sitting at my desk, so I'll be right back.
All righty.
Did you find something? Oh, let's not do that. I don't like that one.
Oh, yeah. No, I won't be. No, me either. Just got to get past it.
Oh, Lisa.
Yeah.
Jeff had to go to the Walmart market today because that's where we use for the pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
And I said, look for these chocolate chips. Yeah, Teresa, it was nice out this morning, but it's already gotten up pretty warm. So when he comes home, I said, did you find them? He said, yeah, I found them. He says, but dang, Tanya, they're twice as expensive for half as many. I'm like, yeah, but I was thinking about trying to make you some, treat that's, not so full of sugar. But what does he bring home? A bag of Snickers. It's like, I cannot win. He's fussing at me about, the chocolate chips, but being more expensive. He said, you can get twice as many of the other kind. And I'm like, yeah, but they, have sugar in them. And, and then he
Well,
brings home.
at the health food store, they sell some that are in the same size bags
Mm-hmm,
as the regular chocolate chips, those 12-ounce bags or whatever they are,
mm-hmm.
and they cost about $6. It's
Whew.
cheaper to buy them that way than to buy them at Walmart. But I found them at Walmart, and they have their in bags that are reclosable,
Yeah, I think these are. Yeah.
which and they don't have as much. But if you're doing like I do once in a while, is just throw a few in with some almonds, then
Yeah.
it's nice to
Mhm.
be able to close that bag. But I agree with you. I don't usually buy them there because they are more expensive to get there. But
Mhm.
at least you can try them out and see if you like them. Or did he even buy
Yeah.
them?
Oh, he bought them because I said, please buy them for me. So he bought them. He doesn't, he might complain, but he, he bought them.
Hi, Susan. We're glad you're here.
Hi, Susan. Keep the nose and call it an upside down heart. Okay. And Julie says, LOL, he's a man. Yeah. And that's true. He's
But
a
he likes
man.
his chocolate, so
He does. Yeah. He does like his candy. Um, and, we have nuts quite often. Um, and we mixed nuts is usually what I buy, and we often have that as a snack. But we put raisins in it, and that's it usually will satisfy his sweet. But I hadn't thought about putting just a few little chocolate chips in there too. He might really enjoy that.
yeah, I bet he would.
I was thinking more about my chocolate peanut butter mixture.
Well, that'd be good too.
Hmm.
That's two flavors that just go together. I'm sorry, they
And the
just
Snickers, yes, that's true, Julie. The Snickers, I can pass on Snickers. Of course, you know what he's going to do with those Snickers bars? He's going to put them in the freezer. I I know he will,
that's
and
what I would do with them.
I don't
But I don't like
dare
Snickers. I would do another candy bar, but yeah.
I don't dare eat a candy bar out of the freezer. That
No, I
that would
don't
just
think you should.
be like, I'd be asking to go back to the dentist. Julie, Jeff doesn't often buy that kind of stuff. He usually sticks really close to the grocery list. In all honesty, I was kind of surprised that he got the Snickers, but it could be because I told him to get the chocolate chips. I don't know. You know how that goes.
Yeah, you got his sweet tooth
I,
going.
I got a sweet tooth going, so that, and he's been really good. We haven't been out. We're not going out. We're not having desserts. I rarely fix dessert. He did not buy any chips, which that was a good thing. That is one thing. He brings home chips, and he because he knows that's my thing. So he thinks he's being really sweet to me, and he brings home bags of chips, and then I eat them. Which is, not a good thing. And he's being really sweet to me. Don't get me wrong. He's being very sweet to me. He just doesn't realize that one of the reasons that we don't have any chips is because I don't dare bring them home. Ah. Deb, I'll show you what I'm doing. Yes, I'm going to glue all of the pages together, but I am not gluing them. I'm not going to glue the whole block together. What I'm doing is I am gluing 5 or 6 pages together at a time. Okay. And so that they're kind of sturdier. They kind of are getting that waffled look kind of thing. And I'm only gluing them around the edges so that if I want to tuck a bug in, I can. So they're only glued just on the outside edge. That's my plan anyways. Um oh, and we've pretty much Jeffrey's, Jeffrey brings home bread, and other than that, um my son's allergic to wheat, rye, oats, barley, and buckwheat. So it's really hard. It was really hard for a long time unless you ate gluten free. So there's an awful lot of things gluten related that we don't bring in the house. Jeff is the one that buys bread. Jeff is the one that wants English muffins. I don't eat any of those things. Waffles. I almost never eat those things. So, but I can't make him not eat them. He will eat what he wants to eat. And his favorite breakfast seems to be peanut butter toast. So, yeah, you have to really work to not use those things, Julie. Hi, Kimberly. I think we're having fun with it. I can't wait till Lisa starts putting pictures in her other one. She tore one on Tuesday.
Yeah, I've gotten the first half torn. The second
okay.
half I'm going to have come from the opposite direction, so I haven't torn it yet. But there's the first half, and then we'll turn it over here and do the second half. But I wanted to work on this for a while first and see if I can find another picture before I move on to that. This is not it.
No, I don't like that one either.
This is not it.
I'm not sure whether you're in the human body or, exactly what letter you're on, but.
Yeah, it says muscles up here. So I think it is a section on the human body. I think they're in theme type sections rather than alphabetical.
Okay. Well, see, and some of these I'm going to have to come back and kind of look at whether or not I have enough, what do you call that, coffee on the edges.
Yeah.
Once I get the pages glued together, because like the back side of that one wasn't very good, but now since I glued it down, it's fine. So
one reason I need to find something over here next is because the way the book's laying, I'm getting right at the spine when I'm trying to cut pages.
Oh, yep.
And so I'm having trouble cutting them over here because it's cutting behind them into the spine instead of.
We did say hello to Kimberly.
I hope so. Kimberly, I don't know if we did. I don't think so. Hi. So sorry. We are glad you're here.
Yeah, we are. I think we said something to her, but or we answered a question or something, but I don't know. I'm sleeping. I'm a little tired. I was really busy and I stayed up a little too long last night. And I've been busy since I got out of bed this morning. So, which is a good thing. It's always a good thing when a show is reasonably busy.
Yes, that's true. That's what makes it worth continuing to do.
That's right. Yes, we did. Okay. I was like, oh, did we? I hope we have said hello to everyone that is here. If not, please take this as your hello. Hello. I've been thinking I may order some glue. I don't need it, But I don't want it to get cold and then not be able to get it.
Are you talking about the art glitter glue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had some in my, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I had some um in the Amazon cart because I was trying to decide. I thought, I could probably wait a while before I order it, but the way
Mm-hmm.
things have gone this year, who knows?
Yep.
And so I had it sitting there and I was thinking about it, and Darren ordered something and he just ordered it. So I didn't have to think about it
Oh.
anymore. It was done.
Yeah. It was done. There you go.
Yeah. So
Well,
now I
different.
have 1 3/4 of those big bottles. So I should be good through winter.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I probably have 2/3 of my big bottle,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about ordering another big bottle, and just to be sure that I have it through winter.
I would think it would be wise if you use it as much as I do.
Well,
I think,
I have been since I started using it. It just seems like I use it more than anything else.
yeah.
Now, I guess I'm going to have to see about getting some more glue sticks because I'm pretty much out of them. Um,
Well, I bought, I don't know if I have
that other brand, and are you still happy
Scotch
with them?
Create.
Uh-huh.
These are okay,
Uh-huh.
but they're not, these are the BAZIC
Uh-huh.
all-purpose glue sticks, and they're okay. I like them better than any of the other Elmer's ones, except for the extremes.
Uh-huh.
But the Scotch Create ones, I like at, at least as good as my Elmer's Extreme. I don't know that they're better, but they're at least as good, and they're a little cheaper.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Find one to show you. I think I have another one in here. Yeah. Okay. Good. I was thinking I better not be out of them. I've got all these silly erasers piled on top of them. Um, this is a bigger glue stick too than the Elmer's Extreme.
Okay.
I think. Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's bigger. Yeah. The Elmer's Extremes are 25 grams, and this one is 40 grams.
Oh, okay.
And so they're cheaper by weight. They're not necessarily cheaper by stick,
Right,
but they're a
right.
bigger stick. The Elmer's Extremes are this size, and this is this size.
Aha, okay.
But I'm not having any trouble using them. I thought they might be too big to use easy, but they're not.
I would
I'm
think
liking
not.
them
I think it
pretty
would
good.
be nice to, okay. The Scotch Creates. Okay, let me.
And then I heard
Oh,
several people say they like the brand Amazon Basics, that they were surprised how great they were since they were so much cheaper. I haven't
uh-huh.
tried those yet, but I've
Okay.
heard several people talk about it. Teresa said she's heard the Amazon Basics are good too.
Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength. I have used a couple of those, Barbara. Um,
I have too. I didn't like them, but I
I
could have gotten
didn't
a
like
bad
them
one.
as well.
The ones
They
I
work
had were really
okay.
gooey.
Yeah. And you're right, Julie. The smallest size you can get of this is a 2 ounce, I think, isn't it, Lisa? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 4, and you can buy a 2 ounce bottle.
I'll show you mine. Mine's a 2 ounce bottle. The one that I use out of is a 2 ounce bottle.
That's what I thought.
Um,
You liked it because you can squeeze it better.
yeah, and now I can't find it. I know I didn't take it
Uh-oh.
in the house, so it's got to be here somewhere. Oh, I tell you,
I
y'all are
have
gonna
not
get tired of
been,
hearing me complain.
well,
I can't find things.
I'm not tired of it because I know exactly how you feel. Um, I found the Yoo-hoos to be very sticky, very gooey. So now the other thing is, guys, you have to realize that if you buy a glue stick from somebody and they aren't new, um, I had gone to, I wanted to try those Yoo-hoo purple glue sticks, and the only place in town I could find them was it's a hobby shop that's up here near me, Well, they could have been sitting on the shelf for a while. So, okay, Lisa,
I'm
this is
sitting
my
here looking all over my whole studio, and it's sitting right in front of me.
uh-huh. Okay, this is my 4-ounce bottle.
This is the
Remember,
2 ounce.
remember Lisa's hand is a lot smaller than mine. Remember, because Lisa's a little smaller than me. But see how it doesn't go all the way up to the tips of her fingers, and mine is way far down here.
You have to refill it a lot more often, like
Hmm.
twice as often, I guess. But and if it gets down about this low, it's
Yeah,
hard to put. You have to keep it. I would say I try to when mine gets about halfway, I go ahead and fill it up because it's just so much easier to use if it's pretty full. But and you can see how ugly this is because I've been using it a lot.
well, and yours is older than mine, and see, mine is good and ugly, but it sits on my desk all the time. And yeah, Lisa's is the 2-ounce, and mine is the 4-ounce. And the reason for the 4-ounce was because the day I went to the scrapbook store, which we no longer have, um, I that's what she had was the 4-ounce bottles. I bought it at a local store, but now I can't get it here. So
And if you buy it, go ahead and spring the extra $6 to buy this little tip and the pin
oh yeah,
because that is like half of what makes it so good.
yep, that
Because
is,
you can just put a little bit out and all you need is a little bit. So it works together with the kind of glue it is to be able to have such a fine tip.
yeah.
Sometimes they
Now,
sell them together. And when I bought mine, it was together. There was a set, this bottle full of glue and this tip, and it was like $12. So it was not cheap. But if you keep up with your pen, this will last you through a bunch of glue.
yeah, and this bottle was was 9.95 plus the tip, and I probably paid $6 for the tip. I don't remember. Um, then, like I said, I got it um, at the scrapbook store. And before this, and I do like this other glue a lot. Just a minute, let me get it out. I use this a lot. This Tombow Mono liquid glue. I used it a lot, a lot, a lot, but it does not dry or stick as fast as this one. This one, when you put it down, it's stuck. You're not moving it. This one, if you're using liquid glue and you want to be able to move it around a little bit, this is a better choice. And one of the reasons I liked it was its little tiny tip. Um, this little tiny tip works really well. But if you need a big swap of glue, that is a nice thing. This does have the other end. So, and when you finish with these bottles, if you wash the glue out, you can turn them into paint writers.
Ah, that's cool.
Oh, you've seen me do that, surely.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't
If
know
I
if
had,
this,
I didn't realize it.
I don't know if that one is, I don't know how good it's going to write because the paint's been in there for a while, but
Huh. Very cool.
so now that's a little bit watered down. One of the things that I've been going to buy myself is some pouring paint pouring medium. That makes sense. Paint pouring medium, is that?
Yeah.
Or buy paint that's already mixed with pouring medium for this kind of an application.
I don't know how many of you have Tuesday mornings, but when I was at Tuesday morning yesterday, I went back and looked in the craft section. Our craft section's not that great. And I didn't buy anything from it, but oh no, I did too. Let me show you what I bought. I forgot I bought this. Everything else I bought was food stuff, but they had this for $4.99,
Ooh.
which I thought was really cool. But they also had sets of pouring paint in colors that would go together. and there were
Mm-hmm.
like 5 bottles in a set, and the set, I think they were 8-ounce bottles, um,
Okay.
maybe 6 ounce. They were definitely bigger than 4 ounces. But anyway, they had that set for 10.99, and they had several different colorways of them. I didn't buy them because I don't need to start something else new, and I've got the stuff that I can make my own pouring paint if I choose to.
Yeah.
But they had a green colorway that was really nice, and a peachy pink colorway, and then they had some that was mixed. So um, so if you want pouring paint, that you might could find it there. It depends on the Tuesday morning. They're kind of like Dollar Tree. You never know.
Yeah. My problem with pouring is, to me, it seems like it wastes so much paint. It's really cool, but there's so much paint that you're wasting. That
Yeah. Well, when I did it, I had tags and stuff ready to dip in the
uh-huh.
paint that fell
Oh
off.
yeah. Then it that's what I would probably do too. And Teresa, that's probably about right. $27 for a 2 ounce, a 8 ounce, and the tip. Yeah, there's no wiggle room with art glitter glue. It doesn't wiggle.
It assumes you know where you want stuff.
Hmm. And you can buy precision applicators at Hobby Lobby. One time I bought some and sent them to Mary. And the thing of it is, they're in an odd place. They are with, okay, in my Hobby Lobby at least, there is a section where there is stamp collecting stuff, coin collecting stuff, models, and they're in with that stuff on that aisle because they're supposed to be for putting glue in to models together. But they worked fine. Mary used them for I know that Mary used them way back then. She used at least one of them for putting paint in. So, Sherry, it's kind of it's 5 or 6. What I am doing is, it kind of depends on whether or not I have torn out a page, because I tore out the most of the um, images out. And if I tore a page, then I need to stick it to something. So I've done that. And then the other thing is what the last page looks like. Like, I'm happy with that. So I stopped. But if, say, the next page needed to be glued to it, then I added a 7th page. So 5, 6, 7, something like that. Um, See right here, oops, right here, I have torn this page out. So rather than leave it, I will glue that page together too, just because then it's got a little bit more stability. So then
Wow,
I'll stop.
Teresa. Sorry, I just saw what she said about Joann's, and that kind of
It's
surprised
all
me.
fabric. Oh my goodness. And Hobby Lobby I agree. Hobby Lobby is more expensive. Um, These are $12.99 at Hobby Lobby, and the ones I got at Joann's, I think, were $10.99. So, you know,
But you always have a 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby, and you don't always have one at Joann's.
no, but I had two 50% off coupons at
Cool.
Joann's. That's why I went on up the street and went the other day. But I also had something else I needed to get. So,
Yeah.
Mom needed elastic. So, luckily, seeing how they let me buy a whole box of elastic, that was a very helpful coupon. I do, however, try to wait until Joann's has a half off coupon. My problem with Joann's is that, well, it's the same is true with Hobby Lobby. if it's on sale, they won't give you your coupon amount. So
I have had, and it's been a little while since I did this, but I have had, if it was on sale like 30% off
mm-hmm.
at Hobby Lobby, they would let me use the 40% off coupon instead.
Oh, well, see, that all probably depends on the manager.
Yeah, I imagine it does.
So,
Or the girl just doesn't know any better and she let me do it. But I've done it several times, so it may be a manager thing.
and Teresa is right. Michael's will take the competitors' coupons. Honestly, I think Joann's will also take the competitors' coupons. Um, Michael's has not had any good coupons lately, though, because
Well,
I need glue sticks, and I have been over that way quite a bit, but all they've had is 20% off coupons.
I wonder if they're struggling and that's why they're not
Uh-huh.
doing those coupons.
I've kind of wondered that too.
Of course, it doesn't help them out because I don't go in there if I don't have a good
That's
coupon.
right. That's right. Me either.
If I go in there, I might buy something else, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not likely to walk out with just a glue stick. Now I have been, but I'm not likely to. I don't like that page either, Lisa.
me either. I'm having troubles getting to one I like. I'm like, surely we can get finished with all this stuff, this human body stuff. I'm ready to go on to something cool. Not that the
Well,
human body's not an amazing thing, but
it's just not the picture you want.
no, it's
I
not.
get it.
This
I
isn't a
get it.
human body project. This isn't a how awesomely we're made project. This is a
Oops.
art project.
Yeah, and this part is really exciting. At least tearing the paper had a fun sound. I am, however, I guess going over a little bit. I'm getting glue out here. I need to be a little more careful. It looks like the hurricane is going to miss us, which I really am glad. I am not happy that it's going to hit Louisiana because they've had enough. Um, that's true, Julie. Usually, going back to school time is a really good time for a lot of those things.
Oh, gee. I went down
Uh
like 5 pages.
huh.
4. Yeah, 5. And what's down there is the lungs.
Um.
Okay. This is going to
Oh.
be a long portion of this project.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Anyways, it's apparently gonna go in on Louisiana. It had dropped strength last night, but it's fully expected to gain some again. So, and they're just as bad a shape as we are. They've just had a little bit more time to recover, but not much. So we're still expecting some rain and the likes of that, but not the bad damaging winds and stuff. So, but Jeff just put everything up on high ground. you know,
Good.
move things to high ground and get things ready like that. So, hi Nashville. Barbara's going to get some lunch. It's always amazing.
Okay.
Barb goes
Eat
to get
something
some.
yummy.
I have to think about dinner. Of course, poor Jeff's getting leftovers for dinner tonight because I've got my show going, so I planned. We have some leftovers, but probably not enough vegetables, so I'm gonna fix up some zucchini. Well, I guess he's going to look at that. We have an issue out front. The big tree that's beside my studio, he didn't realize it. And I went out to get the mail yesterday, and there is a limb, probably bigger on as my thigh, broke off and hung up in the tree, and it's hanging right above our electrical wire.
Oh dear.
Yep. So
That's not good at a normal time, but if you're expecting wind and stuff, it's doubly bad.
yeah, so he was gonna look at it. He hadn't realized it was as bad as it is, so he was gonna get around and take a look at it. I think we're gonna do one more right there. And it looks like he's moving cars, so that means he's gonna try to deal with it. Oh, Sherry says they're doing her roof. Yeah, that will make it noisy. Okay, let's Oh, he's hot. Looks like he's getting tired. He may have decided just to leave it. Okay, I have not put anything in this book, only taken stuff out, but the glue has made it want to. But I love how the pages look all wrinkled.
Yeah.
Of course, I have kind of gotten them wet, so. And it's gonna kind of do its thing. Yep. Hi, Susie. I didn't see you come in. Sorry about that.
Hi, Susie. It's good to see you. Good to have you here.
Yep, the lungs are not a pretty picture either.
No, we're going to have to get through that too.
Okay. Let's see here. Whew. I gotta chew that up a little bit more. Muscles and stamina. Well, I'm not using much muscles, but I'm using stamina because gluing 500 million pages together is boring.
It takes some stamina.
It's like, okay, all right. That's not good. Didn't realize that I was gonna get that.
This does take more muscles than you would think.
I was going to say, I imagine that really takes some muscles. Yep.
And there are muscles you don't, use all the time. So.
I'm sure. Okay, let's see. We'll get that down there a little bit more. Yep. You're still not sure what you're going to put in this book? Well, Lisa is putting in the secret garden pictures. Cave crystals would be a fun thing to put in one too. I just thought of that. You could put, what is that store? Is it Huckleberry Finn where they get lost in the cave? Was that?
I'm not sure. I was going to say yes, but then as soon as I started to commit to it, I felt unsure.
Yeah, I'm. It's been a while since I but you know, a book where the cave is part of the storyline, that would be fun. And put cave hangings in there, and uh, um, those are stalactites and stalagmites. And I actually can remember which one grows from the top and which one grows from the bottom.
And what helps you remember that?
Um, Stalactites hold on tight to the roof. Stalagmites grow with their might from the bottom.
Ah, that's similar to what I learned. I
What did
heard
you learn?
stalactites hold on tight to the roof, and stalagmites might get there eventually.
Might get there eventually. Oh, I like that. Tom Sawyer. Okay, thank you, Janice. It's Tom Sawyer. Okay, Tom Sawyer is the what I was thinking about. So, um, they might get there eventually. Okay, well, I like that. I like that thought too. I just know caves are not my favorite place, and Jeffrey could live in one. Back in the day, he used to he'd take his little round body and get in very little tight places. In southern Illinois, there's quite a lot of caving because there's quite a lot of caves to be. Okay, why are you not sticking up? Oh, just didn't stick you down. Okay. Oh, you're asking me if it's Tom Sawyer? You know, Janice, I'm not sure, but I think maybe Tom Sawyer is. It's either Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn, one of the two. But I think you're right. It's Tom Sawyer. I wish you had some get bat and cave things. Uh huh. Bats would be good. What about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Oh, that would be fabulous. You could take the instead of doing brown all in through here, it could all be shades of blue. Wouldn't that be gorgeous?
That would
And
be.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Oh, that would be fabulous.
That would be fun. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Uh-huh. I like that idea. That's a cool
Go
idea.
for it, Mina. We want to see it.
Yep. Yep. We expect it to be done next week. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. I'm teasing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, ordinarily, I don't know that I would choose this picture, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting desperate right here. So I'm going to just take this because it's the first pretty thing I've seen.
Okay. It's a geode, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's I don't know if it's a geode. I've never seen a geode like it, but the outside looks like a geode, but the inside looks like something else. I don't know. But it is geology and meteorology are what this
Mm-hmm.
section is about. So um it's really pretty, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think it would be a good segue into the next part of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure, right? No pressure, mean it. No pressure. Uh-uh. No. Okay. All right. I'm still gluing. I still have some more to glue back here.
And I
It'll
want to
get
get rid
there.
of
I had to stop for a few minutes. Mm. Just because, you know how that goes. Partially because I'm tired.
well, that's a
Something
good enough
fossilized.
reason.
That's true, right, Julie? It's something fossilized.
Yes, there we go. Oh, I need to go around it a little bit. I was trying to cut it out. Well, I did right there, so I probably messed up. Let's just see if we can.
Mindy, when I was little, we lived in a house that had been in my dad's family mm, more than 100 years. The carpet in the living room when we bought the house was 90 years old. Yeah, Susan, I am cracking the whip. hmm And that house, for some unknown reason, the bats would come in, especially in the summertime. And we were forever having to chase bats out of the house with brooms. It was always happening. It just seemed like it was constant. But we also were out in the country, you know. Um, so it was not uncommon. But I don't like them particularly either. When my son was little, um, a friend of his, they had one somehow ended up with a tiny baby that they couldn't find anybody to come and rescue, and the kids ended up feeding that silly thing until it got big enough that it would fly away by itself. Oh, did you just? Yeah. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And Lisa's really quiet, so she's concentrating. Thank you, Susie. That is really sweet of you to say. Well, and I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but I was taking pictures last night and every picture I took was fuzzy. So I don't know. Um, it's not new, but I certainly don't want to purchase a new one. So I'll have to be using my phone or Jeff's camera or something. I'm not sure exactly what, but every single one of my pictures for my show last night was fuzzy. So, oh, now I know why she's so quiet. She muted herself. Okay. All of a sudden she was just so quiet and I hadn't noticed. I was concentrating on my glue. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I looked up and realized that she was gone. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yay! And you notice I'm not putting very much glue on this page, and it's probably still way more glue than I need.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
My daughter's philosophizing, and she needed to impart her philosophy on somebody, and I'm the only person available.
Do you mean to tell me Ethan won't listen to her?
He's asleep right now. He stays up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then he sleeps till like 3 in the afternoon. So,
Oh, he is so much like my son.
it's a little ridiculous, but that way he feels like he's got the whole place to himself, and
Yeah.
he likes that. Plus, he's got a friend that he talks to a lot that lives in Australia, and so he wants to talk to him when he comes home when he's in a good time, and so he's got he has reasons, part of them being just the wanting his own space, and not being able to go get his own space. So
Yeah.
but but anyway, so he's not there to listen to her. He listens to her at 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm in bed.
That's cool, Susan. Yeah, that's North Alabama. Yeah, I think there's a lot of caves up there too. A tiny shrimp. I did not know that though. Um, Brandon doesn't do that anymore because he has this thing called a job he has to be to real early. But
Yeah.
he used to do that all the time. That was his thing. He was up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason Ethan enjoyed having an evening job.
It was because it was on his time.
Yeah. And he's always been that way. I remember when he was little, and it would be time to go to bed, and that's when he would want to ask me all the questions about God and about, things that my brain was too dead to answer very well. But that's when he was thinking about stuff. That's
Uh-huh.
when his mind was alive, and so I would do my best. But,
Yeah. Well, and I don't know about Ethan, but Brandon eats at weird times.
yeah,
Brand,
Ethan,
Brand,
he likes to cook, which basically in the middle of the night,
yeah.
or at like what would be 8 or 9 o'clock. That maybe he's cooking then. It depends on what he's cooking. But
Brandon always wanted to eat at 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning, and about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And if you didn't feed him at 10 o'clock in the morning, you could feed him at 6 o'clock in the morning. But then if you didn't feed him at 10 o'clock in the morning, he was just like, he was shaky and
yeah,
all kinds of weird, his sugars would
well,
drop and that kind of stuff.
when Ethan was little, he was hungry all the time. I mean, he could eat a full meal, and before he took his plate to the sink, he was saying, "What's for lunch? Can I have a
Oh,
snack?" I mean, he was constantly hungry. So when he started intermittent fasting, I was really surprised, but it really made a difference, I think, for him. And so he eats in the evening and in the night, but he doesn't eat the rest of the time.
the rest of the time.
Yeah, I'd say he typically eats one meal and a snack or two. Now his snacks are not what I would choose,
Yeah. Hmm.
but he's 21 and he can handle the kinds of snacks he chooses better than I can. So someday he'll have to make a better choice, but for now he's doing okay.
Well, Brandon has never been you could give him a whole handful of candy, he wouldn't eat it. He would come to me at dinner time and we would have candy, left over from Easter and Halloween and all that stuff, and he'd bring this pile of candy like this and say, "Can I eat this, Mom?" And it'd be a half an hour before dinner. I'd say, "Sure, go ahead." He'd lay it on the table. He'd eat one piece. The rest of it would still be laying there at dinner time. I could guarantee he wouldn't eat all that. But at the same time, he wasn't hungry at dinner times and all
Yeah.
those other times when most kids are hungry. So, okay, what is everybody saying that I've been down the road? The bats probably live in the caves too. Do the shrimps live in water in the caves? Probably. Well, and Susan, near where we go to get the camper work done, which is in western northern Alabama. It's about as far west in Alabama as you can go. Uh, there is this place called the Rattlesnake Saloon, and it is a huge. It is not so much a cave as an indentation in this cliff. It's just huge. Where I'm sure there's caves all through up there too. Julie, my son is a tall, skinny bean. Yep, yep. When you can't buy jeans because you can't get them long enough and skinny enough, that's a little issue. They do not make work pants small enough for my kidlet. Like because he's an auto mechanic. You, they just the uniforms come and he's got them belted. In the wintertime, he wears two pair, and he actually looks like he's wearing a pair of pants that fits. Used to be when he did direct TV, and he was outside in Nebraska in the wintertime. That kid, I every once in a while I would have to meet him. I would not have to meet him, but I would have been out for a show or something. So I would meet him somewhere for dinner on my way home or breakfast, and he would be ready for the day, and he would be dressed in 3 or 4 pairs of pants, just like bulked up. But um, he wouldn't look that fat because he's so skinny. But he has an uncle who, when I first met Jeff's brother, his mother and his sister were still getting his undies at the kids department at Penny's, because that's the only place you could buy them. He was that skinny. He is since, of course he's, oh, let me see, he must be going to be close to 70 this year. He has since bulked up a little bit. Okay, I think we are done gluing. One more. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, now, come on now. Tom Sawyer saved him, and Becky got lost in the caves. Yay! In jeans, hems are never big enough to let out. And Teresa, Brandon's not quite that tall. Brandon is not 6 foot tall. So, of course, he's taller than his dad and I, but what's really funny is that Brandon was the chunkiest little sumo wrestler baby you ever met. He weighed over 9 pounds when he was born. And he had little legs like this, Okay. I'm happy. Ta-da! Okay, but I forgot to bring my big angry knife to the table, so I'm going to go get that because I want to chew on my cover just a little bit.
Well, I was wondering why you needed a big angry knife.
I'm going to chew on my cover. I was doing it the other day with my good knife, but I don't want it to snap on me.
I don't blame you.
I just think that it's a wiser decision to get something that's a little sturdier. Yeah.
Make pumpkins, Julie. And if you ink it with brown, that'll turn it darker and it'll be more Thanksgiving-y color.
Yep.
We'll make ink it with brown or with red or something to make it darker and make fall leaves.
Teresa, that's the problem, is that a 26 waist is really hard to come by. And hi, Andrea. Brandon just wears a 34, but length, but he needs about a 26, maybe a 27 waist.
Well, it's hard enough to find a 34 length, even if you have a bigger waist size.
Oh, yes. Well, you should try to find a 27-inch length when you have a 38-inch waist size. That's Jeff. I have to shorten every. Oops, that's going to get me in trouble. That much I know.
Yeah, that was my dad.
Yeah.
I don't even know how big it hit. Of course, he was just like an inch taller than me. So
so he wasn't very tall either.
No, he wasn't very tall. That's where the shortness came from. My mom was the shortest person in her family, and she was 5'4". She's not now, since she hurt her back and the discs have degenerated.
Mm-hmm.
She's about my height now. I mean, she really did shrink down a lot, which is why she has to wear this brace all the time. But she was the smallest one. Her sister's like 5'9" or 5'10", and her brothers are all over 6 foot.
Mm.
And then my dad was an only child. His dad was in my dad's father's family. There were like 9 kids, I think, in that family. Anyway, there were 2 of them that were very short, and all the rest of the 2 of the guys that were very short, and all the rest of them were over 6 feet.
Oh my!
You were either 5 foot or 6 foot. You didn't have a choice.
You didn't have a choice. Uh-huh.
So it's really weird. I've got cousins that are really tall and cousins that are short like me, and so it's on my dad's side of the family, and there are a ton of them because all of my dad's aunts and uncles had a bunch of kids. His mom could only have the one because she had issues when he was born, but all of his aunts and uncles, he had tons of cousins, and so I have tons of those kinds of cousins, and most of them are tall. So a few of them are short, but most of them are tall. I have one cousin that's, I can't remember if he's 6'6" or 6'7", but he's very tall. And when we would do things together and we would tell people we were cousins, they wouldn't believe us.
I could see why. Because how tall did you tell me you were the other day?
I'm almost 4'11".
You're almost 4'11". Okay.
Almost 4'11". I say I'm 4'11", but no, I don't. I say I'm almost 4'11". But when they ask for your height on papers, I say I'm 4'11".
4'11". Okay.
Because I'm not going to say I'm 4'10", and they don't want halves and 3/4 and things. So
no. I would say I was 4'11". I'm 5'4". Jeff is about 5'6". But
Darren is 6'1", and Ethan is 6'2", and Hannah's about 5'1". So it was. I had a feeling. I teased Darren from the beginning when Ethan was born that he was going to grow up, outgrow him. And Darren said, "Well, I don't know. He got some genes from you too." I said, "Yeah, but not those.
Not those.
Not those genes. Not those genes."
Julie, it would be easier if it wasn't on the book, but it is on the book. So, and I don't want to just cut it. I want it to be chewed on. So it's kind of a little bit hard. It's not real hard, but, and yeah, every once in a while I realize it would be easier to take the knife and pull it towards me like this, but I'm afraid I'll slip. So,
yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah. It's actually, it's easier to do that way. It's just not a wise decision. Okay. But I think I'm about done. I'm not going to chew it up too much on the cover, but it has to be chewed on a little.
I can remember when I was young and I was learning to use the potato peeler, and everybody was telling me, "You need to cut away from yourself. You need to cut away from yourself." And I'm like, "The potato peeler only works one way." And I'm left-handed.
Yeah, it only works one way.
At least the one I learned, nowadays they don't, but the one I learned with only worked one way.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to find a potato peeler, a vegetable peeler. Oh, that is not a good idea, Tanya. For the camper, and I'm kind of particular, It's like we looked and looked. I finally bought one at the thrift store because even though I didn't like the handle, it was what I wanted. I wanted one with a, a they worked both directions and it was a handle, and it's like I have one in the kitchen and I love it, and it's just like, okay guys, why can't I have another potato peeler like this one? I looked all over the internet. Nope, nope, nope. Okay.
Did you finally find one?
Yeah, at the thrift store.
Good.
It's not my favorite, but at least it's better than what I was finding.
Yeah.
And then I found 3 of them, and they were tied together, and I was like, okay, dear, here's the deal. I don't want but one. I'm willing to pay the price for just the one if you'll keep the other 2. She was like, what? No, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do anything to the edges of the pages, Teresa. I have stained it, and I probably am going to do a little dripping, and that's what I'm getting ready to do now, is to go through and drip some coffee here and there for like there, so that it looks more like that page. And I need to check the back side of the paper to see that I got coffee all the way around, because there are a few back here where I might want to add just a little bit of coffee right in there. But like on this one, I want to definitely drip some more coffee.
Oh.
Well, I have on one side of the family, I have 81 first cousins. So the fact that they range in size from little to big, and it's just the way it is. But my dad's brothers were like that. Dad's the youngest of 9 children, 9 surviving children. Well, he was. There's none of them left, but they ranged in size too, from short to tall as well. And my dad wasn't super tall, but he wasn't super short. He's kind of in the middle. So anyways, Teresa, I'm not going to go around the edges, but see how that's got some coffee dripped on it? I'm going to do a little bit of that. I did cut out a bunch of bugs. I have them right there. They're all ready. I have, Andrea, yes, I have, or I should say I had, because, excuse me 1 minute. Oh dear, sneeze. I was discussing it with my aunt the other day. Some of my cousins have already passed away. On one side of the family, I have 81 first cousins. I have many, many second cousins. I have cousins that we called aunt and uncle because they were my parents' age. Because my dad was the youngest of 9. My mother is the oldest of 9. But in my dad's family, there's 20 years between his oldest brother and himself. So there was this huge span. So I have cousins that have children who are my age. On my mother's side, last time I checked, I had about 37 first cousins, I think. Most of them are still living because they're mostly younger. But we were discussing this because I have a cousin who is 75, who I just found out she and her husband both in the last year have come up with such severe dementia that just all of a sudden they're both in a facility in northern Illinois. because they can't be left alone. Yes, that's true, Andrea. I agree. Now, that particular side of the family, the last time we were all together was when I was little and we rented a park. I mean, I'm not kidding. We rented a park. So, all right. See here, this is got to have some drippies. It's just got to have some drippage. We're gonna make up some more of our darker coffee stain here. 1 drop of that. Come on, 1 drop. A bunch of coffee. And come on, drip. Okay. All right, it needs more coffee in it though.
Julie says she moved all her plain scrapbook paper. Now she doesn't know where to put her hot glue gun again.
Oh, no. Bye, Barbara. Be good. Be safe.
Bye-bye, Barbara. Have a good day.
She's got to go to appointment.
Oh, well, I hope it goes well.
Well, it's for her PT, so that hopefully it will help.
Yeah.
Just all right. I forgot to look at the backs. Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah. See. Oh, you can't see because I'm over there. See, some of the backs didn't get done as well as they should have. So we're just going to add a little bit of coffee here and there. This is not a fast process. I will tell you that.
Hi, Andrea. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, you didn't see her come in?
No. My brain was frustrated with this book.
Well, you'll get to a spot. You'll get to a spot that has a pretty picture soon.
I'm hoping so. Now I want to find a place. Well, I want to find a place where I can leave something right there. I'm tired of cutting in that corner.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I was hoping this would be it because it's, got mountains and things. But of course, right up in that corner, it's just white.
It's just white. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. That's just because, that needed to just, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this one is all white on the back. We can't have that. We just can't. It just, And I thought I painted every page, see? And we got to have some splotchy stuff. I like the splotchy stuff. And some runny stuff.
Yeah, you need some splotchy stuff and some runny stuff.
It's like, okay, if anybody hears this conversation and has no clue what we're talking about, they're going to very much wonder. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Are you all right?
Yeah. I just knocked off Knocked off my corner here.
Okay. Hello, Linda.
I'll put it back.
Oh my goodness. A4 size piece of paper for $5. Oh, your rice paper. No wonder it was pretty and no wonder it was expensive. Yep. Yep. Hmm. But it will, you will love it.
Just don't let it be so precious you never use it because of that.
Oh, Mina, did you not? Okay. This book is going to be like this. It's going to have bugs. Here, let me move it out of the way. Oh, now I have coffee everywhere now because I was splattering. I've torn all of these lovely little holes all the way through it. It's going to be all the way down through there. And then I have all these fun bugs. And I can't remember who said that this is going to be called the Bug Feast, but that's what we're going to call it, the Bug Feast, because the bugs. Did we see your post on Instagram? No, I'm afraid I have not.
I haven't. I rarely ever look on Instagram, Linda. I need to be better about that, but there's too many things to do.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
I will go look if I don't even know if I'm following you because I don't, like I said, I don't pay attention to Instagram.
Yeah, I don't much either because it's another thing. It's hard to get to. Oh, thank you, Mina. It's hard to get to on the computer. And if I can't get to it on my computer, I tend to not be very good at following it. So
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be, Mina. And I am just right now, I have glued these pages together. And now I am just kind of making sure that the back sides are all where the bugs have chewed. It's got some good coffee stained colors. That is drippy. It's got plenty of drippage on it. Because when I better be careful. My bugs are going to get dripped on. And that would not be good. I don't want the bugs to have. We discussed inking it, but copying it is way easier. And I'm mixing coffee, and here and there I'm putting in a drop of vintage photo. I just put it in the cap, and it makes it all a lot darker, but then it bleeds out and leaves this fun yellowy kind of age to the paper, which I really like. And I glued a bunch of the pages together because that way they are easier to turn.
Oh, well, I will try to find it, Linda. Is it just she did some carving?
Woo!
Did you what am I trying to say?
Hashtag it?
Is it just under your name or is it hashtagged or yeah? Because I'm not 100% sure I'm following you because I rarely think to follow anybody. So but I would like to see it. Okay, I have decided this is not a picture, but barely, it doesn't show much anyway back there. So I'm just going to start going around and just leave that green there.
Okay, that's a good plan.
I'm glad you approve because that's what I'm going to do.
I think that's a fabulous plan.
Linda won McAllister and she said she tagged us. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I need to write it down or I will forget.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that.
Well, and apparently I threw away my pencil again. There it goes. Linda won McAllister. And thank you for tagging us, and that'll make it way easier to find. We
And
inspired
probably
you,
it'll
huh?
come up on my phone because you tagged me.
Right.
But I don't have my phone out here with me.
Well, let me see if I can actually find it. Come on now, where is that thing? Well, I must have been following. Linda, is it okay if I show it? Oh, Linda, this is beautiful. Is it okay if I show it, dear? I don't want to show it until she says yes. But Lisa, this is gorgeous. It is absolutely
What?
beautiful. Chat seems to have stopped. I'll wait until she tells me
Are
whether or
y'all
not I
still there, guys?
can show it. She may have gone off to do something else too, so.
Julie's here.
Sure. She says I can show her. Okay. Okay. Come on now. Wake up. Oh, went to sleep. Lisa, look at this. You can't see the depth on my phone, but it's gorgeous.
Oh, I can't wait to see it on my phone. That looks beautiful.
It's beautiful, Linda. Where did you get your images that you put back there? Oh, and the book she used is real interesting. Or did you, or Linda, the top layer, is that maybe not a page that was in the book? Is that like some, can you make me big so you can see my screen? I don't think it will help. Sorry for the glare. This phone is hard to, but the first layer of like page and the next layer of page looks like they might not, it's a photo frame. So it's a frame that she then has done this carving in. That is
It's
really,
beautiful.
it's behind glass. It's gorgeous, Linda. So I love it.
Wow.
The whole thing. And there's a letter in here, Lisa. In there where the butterfly is, there's a letter
Uh-huh.
below the butterfly.
How fun.
When you see it, there's so,
I
you
can't
guys,
wait.
yeah, you really need to look because it's really gorgeous.
Thank you for sharing. And I'm so glad you got inspired because that's gorgeous stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there's one of those dictionaries that just fell over. Okay, make me little again. Oh, you know what? Y'all didn't tell me I'm bopping back and forth. Oh, how wonderful, Susie. Susie's going to do a class for the Defy auction.
That's wonderful. Yay, Susie.
Okay, now let me turn this off because I didn't mean to forget to turn off that. Backwards filled up. Yeah, that would be easier than putting it in a book. A little bit, you know.
But it still has the same wonderful look.
I was going to say it has a beautiful, and actually there's more depth than in the book.
Yeah.
when you look at the picture, there's actually more depth. This book is not going to have near as much depth as that has.
Because there's just so many pages.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay. Some of the times it just doesn't have enough juice. It just, you got to put some more juice on there. Oh, like that. That's just awful. That's just like, oh yeah, there's some coffee on there. Mm-mm. No, we got to have a little more. I was watching Rosemary Morris last night. I don't know. And she was making grungy paper, not eco dyed paper, but just grungy paper. It's like, oh yeah, I like that grungy paper.
There's a lot of fun stuff.
My tea fairy came in and he did not come and ask me if I needed tea. I don't know. He might be slacking off today.
Maybe he's too busy doing his other jobs.
I think he's just plain out tired. This is just it's getting really old right now, and I think he's still got one more tree to take down. I think he got the others taken to the street today.
That's hard work.
Yes, it is. He's also got to try to figure out what he's going to do about the roots out front, and how he's going to get those out. Now, luckily, the guy with the big old claw thing came and snatched the stump out of the ground, because that was not going to be fun.
Well, that's good at least.
This part is fun. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Jeff and I used to be able to more than we can now. Jeff's sister worked with kids that were deaf, so back when we practiced, we knew a little bit, but it's been so long.
My sister was a deaf education major. She never taught deaf education. She ended up teaching special ed, but I got a book and I, learned some when she was learning. And when I had Ethan, I had, people were talking about how you should start teaching them sign language because it'll help them before they can talk. That way they can communicate, And that sounded brilliant to me. So when Ethan was about 6 months old, I started to teach him sign language. The problem was at 7 months old, he started talking. And so I would say, do you want some more? And he would say, more.
Yeah. Yep.
Everything I taught him a sign for, he learned the word too. And so it wasn't really helping that much. And then when I tried it with Hannah, because she didn't talk till she was 2,
oh my.
Her, she would just look at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to listen to you or watch your hands? I'm confused. What am I supposed to do here?
Yeah. Brandon talked like that. I think he was about 6 or 7 months old. But by the time he was a year old, he
started talking in sentences,
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Well, I would sure Hannah would. Brandon pretty much talked in sentences that, they were short sentences, but very early on he talked in sentences. Okay, so now I have made a big old mess.
Well, I was very worried about her because she did a lot of things so much slower than Ethan did. And I take her in and talk to the doctor, and he'd say, she's perfectly on schedule. A lot of kids don't talk till they're this age. Don't fret about it.
Yeah.
Um, she wasn't standing up on her feet. She wouldn't put her weight on her feet.
Hmm.
So she was
Okay.
like 8 months old. And Ethan stood up on his legs the day he was
And went
born,
and went running.
literally.
Yeah. Yep.
But she started walking independently at 11 months, and he was 12 months old before he decided to let go and even think about that.
Yeah.
So but the doctor kept telling me he's the one that's unusual. She's normal. Don't worry about her. I was like, okay, but this is not usual for me. This is not what I'm used to dealing with.
Yep.
Don't worry about her, Lisa. She's fine, and she
She's
is.
fine. She is. Yep. She's fine. Yep.
But
Okay.
I mean, she
Yep.
definitely has things that she struggles with, but and so does Ethan. But they're just not those things.
Yeah. I think Brandon was about 8 months old and he stood up and took off running. And then he didn't slow down. Okay, yep. See, it's gonna dry all woggly, and
It's gonna be great.
I'm happy. I'm happy. But I can't glue my bugs in today because it is all wet. So
Have you got them all cut out?
I cut out all the ones that I had glued to the paper, but I'm gonna make another piece of paper because that was just too dang gorgeous. I just loved how that piece of paper looked.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and then you can scan it, and have it too.
yeah,
Use them
so
if you need them.
I'm just gonna find a place to sit this, which means I did not get anything out. So I think I will put this on the floor. Okay. I can reach you. I can reach you. Oh, that means I have to stretch my body. Okay. It's nice and wrinkly. It looks nice and aged, which is what I wanted. Oh, but now I need a piece of cardstock. Do I have another piece out here? No, I'm going to have to go to the other room. Doggone it. Talk about not prepared. Okay.
That's all right. Just means you got more done than you thought you were going to.
Well, no, it means I didn't think about what I might even possibly get done.
That would be helpful, Sherry, as long as people around you know how to use it to talk to you. That's the only problem I can see, is that if you know how to, read it, but nobody else knows how to tell you, then so you need somebody to take that class with you.
Okay. Learning the alphabet too is always a good thing. Thank you, sweetie. Did you gouge up your leg?
Yeah, Brad hit it.
Oh boy.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just stiff and not moving very fast, but he's got a chunk out of his leg, which doesn't surprise me in the least. He said a branch hit it, so. Oh, I like that one. I really do like the fact that when they put these bugs in here, they put them on this side and this side, so I get to have both bugs from both sides of the paper. For the
Yeah.
most part, there's a few that are not like that. And that thing is ugly. Whatever that is ugly.
Well, don't include it then.
Well, I had grabbed this book and I didn't really look at it. I grabbed it at the library book sale. So I hadn't totally paid attention to what it was. And then I got it and I thought, oh, I'm never going to use those because they're such ugly bugs. And then lo and behold, here comes a project that's perfect for. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Yeah, the green piece looks, yeah, it'll just make it so much easier to carve that corner. Oh, Lisa,
Yeah.
my package, did I tell you it did not come?
No, but I looked it up this morning, and so I knew it didn't come. I'm getting very frustrated.
It still it says in transit. So I don't know what they've done to it.
I don't know either, but it got to Pensacola to the main facility or whatever there on the 5th.
Yeah.
So or 4th.
Mhm.
I think it was the 4th. Anyway, it's spent almost as much time. It spent more time sitting there than it spent getting there.
Yep. So I don't know.
If it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm going to call them.
Okay.
They probably won't be able to tell me anything, but I'm going to try.
I was trying to see if there was a way to put a lost package on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't find anything last night. That doesn't mean there isn't anything. I just didn't find anything.
Yeah. Well, from what I saw online, if they still say it's coming, then you really can't do much yet.
Yeah.
And but to make it all the way there and then not make it to your house, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I just don't, I can't quite figure out what's going on with it. So now if it had been a week or two earlier when we had the storm, that wouldn't surprise me, but it came after the storm. So
yeah. And you've received packages since then, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I got one from Linda.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually, I think Linda's actually came the day before yours was due. Oh, cool, Julie. Well, and of course, we did sign language some when Brandon was in Cub Scouts, because there's I can't remember which one of the badges it is for that. I don't think it's actually sign language. I can't remember what it was, as far as the actual badge. That's actually where we're going to go camp. Is where we used to take the kids for Cub Scouts.
Oh, cool.
We really like that park, and so we're going to go up there and camp. Almost nobody uses it. It's just like, okay. Don't know why, because it's a nice park.
Everybody knows a bunch of amenities.
Yeah, it's because they don't have sewer hookups.
Yeah.
They have water and electricity. So, it's not like they don't have anything. It's just, and they have a dump station. So,
Thank you, Janet.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, dear. You still, okay, you got down to where you did the geode, but you haven't found anything since then, have you?
No. Still looking.
And your glue is goobered. Is that what I'm seeing?
A little bit because
Uh-huh.
I've just been leaving it open in between, and I shouldn't have been doing
Uh-oh.
that.
Nope, you're not supposed to do that. Mm-mm-mm. Not supposed to. Not supposed to. But we all do it sooner or later.
Yep.
Do you know that it's after 4 o'clock already? It is amazing how fast time goes. Whoop.
It really is. And it seems like it's going faster with this project than it usually does, even.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh, good. These bugs are.
Come on. I may have to do something else for a while.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's all right. Your hand is probably getting tired too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit. But I'd really like to find something else before I stop.
Before you quit. Mm-hmm. I can understand that too. Oh, this bug is really cool. It looks like he has feathers for antenna.
Yeah,
See?
that's fun. I bet he can really sense the things around him good.
Thank you, Janet. Teresa says BBS, but I'm thinking that she means be right back.
I bet
I
you're
don't.
right. Be back soon, maybe?
Yeah, be back soon. There you go. Okay, be back soon. Okay. Okay. Julie got ink tints blocks. Did you see?
I did.
She gonna be having fun.
Yep. I ordered some, those ink tints pencils I told you I ordered off of eBay?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize they have to come from Canada.
Oh dear.
And I'm surprised how cheap the shipping was, considering they're coming from Canada. But anyway, they're on their way.
Yay. Yeah, because to send the smallest package to Canada from here is $10.50.
Yeah, and I think she charged $3.95 or something like that. And that's why I didn't look where they were coming from. That shipping just told me it was not very far.
Yeah. Yep.
But then she emails me and says, it'll take longer to get to you because it's coming from Canada. And I was like, wow.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Well, I was gonna start on the other book, but I think I'm gonna
Just
I
keep
think actually
keep going.
I was thinking I was just gonna keep going, but
Uh-huh.
I do need to cut out some of those pictures.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't done that. I intended to do that between Tuesday and today, but I've just been busy. I didn't have a chance. But let's see if I can do that.
Okay. Can you put Janet's bottom comment up on the thing so everybody can see it? Because I think that that's an important comment. Yeah. Um, Janet is reminding us that tomorrow is the live hop that starts at Mary's. And Janet, isn't there a list on Mary's community page or in Phibbsville somewhere of all the hoppers? Lisa, are you involved in that hop?
No, I'm involved in the one that's going to be Sunday night, the 25th.
Okay. Yeah. Um, Friday would have been great, but I work this Friday, so I just could not do both. So, okay, you can take it down now. I just wanted everybody to see that tomorrow's that hop. So, all of the info is posted in Phibbsville Friends Facebook group, and she put a link up there, guys. Yeah, it goes. Mindy doesn't, or Janet doesn't go in the morning and then again in the evening, I think is how it is. I think they take a break in the middle of the day, but I may be wrong. I really wanted to play, but I just decided that I had my hands full. I didn't need to add something that was going to make me crazy.
Yeah.
It's been and more grumpy than crazy, so. I don't know what that was, but that was something big. Honking. I'm pretty sure you all could hear it.
I didn't hear it. My air conditioner came on about that time, so
Ah.
I don't know if other people heard it or not.
And Linda's going to do art journal cards that are fall-like.
Oh, fun.
And your time is right after Mary's, right, Linda?
Yeah, that's what Janet said.
Uh-huh.
She called her Mick Linda, but
Yeah, Mick Linda. There you go. I thought that's what she said. And I think the time slots are what? An hour or? Yes, Julie. That sounded like a steam truck. Yeah, it was. It had to have just been a big truck out on the highway because that was not the train. Now, I can sometimes hear the train. Not so much anymore. So just sometimes. That is one big bug.
I have a question. Is it helpful to have, this is the fireplace and there's the kettle. Is it helpful to have that, or would it be better to go ahead and just cut it down where it's just
the
them?
thing about it is that knowing that where you want to put it, I would take it out because it's going to block so much of the view from behind.
That's what I was thinking. I think I'm going to leave the kettle there though, just for kicks.
I think the kettle belongs. 30 to 45 minutes, a 5-minute break in between, and that's what I had in my head. And Julie said, take the fur place out. The fur place.
All right. Thanks, Julie. I'm glad that's what you wanted because I already done it.
Already did it.
I'm sorry. My allergy medicine's run out.
Uh-oh. And I don't know why, but mine have gotten so bad lately. It's like, now, and I mean, the pollens have quit here, so it's not so much pollen. But I don't know if it's because we got so much tree stuff down and it's just, now dead tree stuff, or just what it is.
Yeah. I'll probably take this down to just her, but I thought I would leave the doorway in for a minute and see. Oh, shoot.
What?
I meant to leave a side part over here too, so I could
Oh.
stick it further in if I needed to. I can just add a tab if I have to. But I'm going to leave this for now.
Yeah, I would.
And then when I put it in there, I'll see if it needs to come from the bottom, I can tuck it here. If it needs to come from the back, I'll have a little bit of space I can tuck from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that'd be cute tucked in like that.
Now this one, I think I'm going to leave the tree and him, but I'm going to have to take her out.
Yeah, but she can, and the bunnies, they can all go for another. You've got that whole piece. They could be input. They don't have to be right there with that.
That's true.
I mean, you could use maybe tuck them in other places. Julie, people are burning stuff everywhere, so they're not supposed to be. We've been under a fire ban for a while. But even the guy behind us, even though Jeff went and said, hey, the county's under a fire ban. We're not.
I can't believe with all the rain y'all got, you're under a fire ban.
Because after the storm, it has quit raining. And you don't understand how much dead stuff is everywhere.
Yeah.
Up in the trees, there's the reason I realized that we've got a limb hanging out front is because it's all dead. And so there's all that dead stuff. It wouldn't take much to start something with all the dead stuff that's in all our trees.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave this one like this, and I can always take out more if I need to. That's
a good idea.
But I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I saw she was on, Mindy. I was busy with my bead show, so I popped in. I didn't say anything because I knew I wasn't going to be able to really stay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. I lurked for a few minutes while I was doing something else, and then I had to get off. So
no, I really didn't see her paint it, but I'll have to go and check it out. Oh, our Jasmine took a real bad hit in the storm. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
I haven't talked to Jeff what his plans are. I'm hoping that he's willing to put another trellis back in there because the trellis that the Jasmine was on, it's gone. It's just like the Jasmine plant just kind of collapsed on itself. So we'll probably have to cut the Jasmine back and then start over again. But it was here when we came. Underneath the Jasmine, we knew there was a trellis, but you couldn't see the trellis. That's how thick the Jasmine was.
I'm also going to leave this one because I don't know if I want to tuck it in from this side or from this side or from the bottom.
Yep.
But
well, and you may you want to cut the characters apart too, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Nancy's been watching.
Don't know until you get to working at it. And I know I'm not going to have room for all the pictures I've got anyway, so I'm just going to have to choose the ones that I like the best or that fit the best and go from there.
Yes, Julie, I know it should survive. Even if he has to chomp it back pretty bad, it should survive. It's been there a long time. That's the one thing it's been there a while. I may have gotten out too many for my piece of paper. Well, I guess if that's the case, I'll get more paper out, won't I?
Yep. That sounds like a plan. Or you could just set those, if you have a small image folder, you could put some of them in that for something else.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
But you might as well go ahead and put them on paper if you're going to do that. So,
Yeah. Uh-oh. That didn't tear. And for some reason, these pieces of book paper doesn't seem to want to go in the trash can. I don't know exactly why they're not going in the trash can, but they're just not going in the trash can. They're going in a special pile. Don't ask me why. Don't know.
I'm not saying a word.
I know.
Hannah asked me this morning, Mom, those the edges you take off of book pages,
Mhm.
she said, I need some of those. I said, what are you going to do with them? She goes, I like to use them for bookmarks when I'm marking a bunch of passages in a book because they're so thin they don't mess up the
Mhm.
binding of the spine of my book, but I can mark a bunch of pages with them. And when she's doing research or something in a book, she um, really does like to.
Mhm. Teresa, I already cut out one whole sheet of them after I colorized them with my Inktense colors. Um, I don't know if my sheet of paper is still over here. I don't know where I put it.
And I'm not going to cut these down because they're going to go on the page and fill up the back of the hole behind these other things. One in the
Yeah,
front half of the book and one in the back half of the
back
book.
half of the book. Did it tear wrong? Yeah, I tore a piece that was off just a little bit. Not a big deal. It wasn't disastrous. It was just a little bit of off tearing. Oh, we're down to that. This part is a pain. We're not going to use that right now because I just don't feel like fighting with it. So we'll use this part. But I'm going to stick them to this cardstock like I did the last batch, and then I'll paint them when I get a chance. That's one of those things I like to do in front of when I'm watching videos and stuff. The other
Right.
thing is that the way Facebook is working, I have to. Oh, it's just awful. I have to put my picture up, and then I have to go back and edit it to put my description up. It's just being a real pain in the keister. So it takes a while, and sometimes I have to wait for things to load. So it'll be good to have something like this that I might be able to do while I'm waiting. I just hope it comes out as pretty as the last one. If I had realized how pretty the last one was, I'd have scanned it before I started cutting it apart. But I didn't realize until kind of too late.
Do you need to get off at 4:30 or?
No, 5 o'clock is fine.
Okay.
Unless you're ready to go, hon.
No, 4:30. I mean, 5's fine with me. I just
Okay.
and that's what I had told the kids I would be doing. So
Okay.
Darren doesn't get home till a little bit after that anyway. So
No, and the only really reason that I need to get off at 5 is so that Jeffrey can watch the news. And of course, we do kind of need to watch the news tonight.
yeah, you do.
We got to keep that storm in our sight. Okay, let's see. We need a fat bug for right there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm doing the cough, sneeze thing.
Uh-oh.
Very annoying.
Okay. Well, I put some
Luckily, I
paper
can mute when
in
we're on
the dye
StreamYard.
bath a bit ago. Did I put on gloves? No. Are my hands blue? Yes. Well, that's standard procedure.
Go wash your hair.
As a Oompa Loompa. Linda says you can walk around for a week as an Oompa Loompa. Yep, I can see that one. Let's see if we can get. Is there a skinny bug around here somewhere? Come here. I need a skinny bug. This skinny bug will do, I think. No, that's not skinny enough. All right. Oh, maybe this would be skinny enough. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess we don't have a skinny bug to go there. I guess we will put this bug in there. Well, that kind of messed that up, but that's okay.
I hope I don't regret cutting these out in advance.
I hope not.
It might have been better to wait till I was putting each one in to see where it would go better before I'd cut them out. But
Well,
it is what it is. I think I'm gonna.
I was gonna say you've done it now.
Yeah, it's done now. So
You might
we'll have
stop.
to
and then-
adapt. I am going to leave this tree because there's so many pictures of people. There's really not that much pictures of the garden at all, which.
Oh, Andrea's dyeing paper because the oven was on to cook dinner, so now she can just go ahead and dry paper in the oven because it's already on.
There you go.
Uh-huh. So. Okay. Now, y'all thought I had a lot of bugs cut out, but I don't have as many as you think.
This is
Don't
going to be a
think I-
very buggy book. It needs a lot of bugs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I need these bugs or not. I just wanted to do another piece of paper the way I did the other one because it was so pretty. I wanted to make a master board is basically what I wanted to do.
There you go.
Oh, Teresa had avocado for breakfast, so now she's having dyed paper for afternoon. That's what happened with us. I had an avocado the other day, and so I boiled up some paper. Of course, it was nice and not windy, and I was able to put my papers outside and let them dry.
Hi, Melissa. We're glad you're here.
Hi, Melissa. It looks like a lot of bugs. It does look like a lot of bugs, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to tear up another strip. But I did tear out too many pages because I got to put this one that's got the feathery head. Okay, but if I put him this way, I could probably get this one in that way. Yes, I can. Uh-oh. Don't go this way. Okay. See, this is the last one I tore apart. And y'all thought I had so many.
Well, you
It seemed like I had a lot.
need to get a few more so you can fill up the page.
Yeah. Well, I've got them cut in strips over here, but I just didn't get them tore apart, which is fine. I should be able to glue my bugs in and almost finish this next week. I would think on Tuesday it shouldn't take long to glue the bugs in.
I wouldn't think it would.
Yes, Andrea, what I had done was I put the bugs from this book, they're in this book right here. And I took those bugs and I stuck them to a sheet of cardstock just like this. And then I took my Inktense pencils and with my water brush I colored them. And this is what they came out like. They came out real pretty. They're all different colors. And but the sheet itself was real pretty. Some of them are just brown, but the sheet itself was real pretty. So I decided I don't know that I need more bugs, but I decided I wanted to make more bugs because I wanted to make another sheet of this paper. It was really pretty paper. And I should have scanned it before I ever started cutting on it, but I had already started cutting on it. So, that's what happens when you're not paying attention and you don't think first. You just do. And tear it straight, Tanya.
Oh.
Oh.
I was trying to glue. And I was just
You're not
going
going to watch me
That's what
color
was
them? I was going to color them like in front of, you didn't know what was happening, huh?
No, this had fallen out, and I was like, "Where's the glue?"
Okay, I missed that part. Minnie says you aren't going to watch me color them because you don't want to look at the bugs. Is that the deal? I know. No, but the minute you put that freight check away or freight stop away, you're going to want it. You know that, right? So put it someplace where you know where it's at. Okay, which bug do I want? Let's do one of these. Oh, will I be coloring them here so you can watch? Hadn't intended to, but I might be able to color them here. I might leave it till next week so you can watch next week when I have to color them. It's a little damp to color them right now. You want it to be dry. That much I'll tell you. You do not want the paper that you're going to paint on to be damp from the glue, because the water will pull the ink tints in places you don't want it. I'll leave them and I'll color them next week. Lisa muted her mic, but is she talking?
I was talking to my son. That's why the mic was muted. But that's why you probably saw my hands moving. Sorry about that. I wasn't thinking about the fact you could still see me even though you couldn't hear me.
Well, it's sometimes when she talks, she has to use her hands.
I do. When I used to teach defensive driving, every once in a while I'd have somebody ask me, "Do you think you could teach this class if you didn't move your hands?" I said no. I don't think I could.
I think that's going to be perfect, Lisa.
I think it will be too. I hope I'm not making this too big because it'll be really hard to cut it smaller.
If it is, just cut it off with scissors and glue another piece on the back.
Oh, that's true. I could do that. Yeah.
Next week is good. Okay, next I'll glue it and then I won't color it. I'll color it next week. Okay, but I need to glue these other bugs on here. Okay. Oh, that's the one that I gotta work on. What?
Well, there really isn't room to leave hardly anything if I want it to be inside the book board.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would mean, well, because I want to leave an equal border on each side, I would have to, if I put it inside the book board, I couldn't really have anything sticking out on this side at all if I want it to look centered on,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I do it like this, where I've got the paper on it, I can center it, but this part will be in that
in the ditch.
Yeah.
Well,
if I Mod Podge it on, it should be okay, I think.
Yeah, or just don't glue the edge of the green paper down. Just leave the edge of, glue it like you are gluing the top piece of paper down, and leave the edge of the green paper where it can be loose and get wrinkled and crazy. Now, you probably want to ink, if you're going to do that, you want to ink your green paper before you glue the whole thing down.
Yeah, I definitely do want to ink it.
I like it centered better that way. I think if you try to glue it and it's in that crease where it opens, ouch. That hurt. The table bit me, sorry. I think that if you try to glue it, it may cause more trouble than you think.
Yeah, I'm afraid it will.
And if you leave the green paper edge like it's going to be sort of a ruffle or something like that back there, Julie says she'd be worried it would tear.
I think it will tear, and I think that's part of what Tanya's saying. Let it get worn.
Yeah, let it get worn.
Let it get torn and messed up on the edges.
Mm-hmm. And that's why inking it would be I'm
going to ink it with green, and then I'm going to ink it with the sepia.
Okay.
I think then that way it'll be, if it tears and stuff, that looks worn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More already.
You might, if you have a scrap of that paper, you might try, instead of the sepia, try the green and then the coffee.
Okay.
just because. Now, try both of them on a scrap and see what you think.
The coffee will look more worn. The
Mm-hmm.
sepia just goes better with the picture, but
Okay,
I think
well,
you're right about the coffee looking better worn. I
so
mean,
try
more
both
like
of them. Try both of them. Lay it up against side your paper, your picture, and see what you like. That's okay. I think we're about to get all the bugs on here we can get on here. This one.
this is the coffee down here and the sepia up there.
And I can't tell enough of the difference to know. So you're going to have to decide.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely like the sepia better with the picture.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think the coffee is enough.
It's enough better to go, so use the sepia.
Yeah. I think if I just do the sepia kind of thickly, it's almost as dark as the coffee, and I like
That's the
the
coffee.
reddish color better.
Color better. Okay. I'll be right back. I got to do a work thing for a second or two.
Alrighty.
I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I'm still here, but I'm going to go over to Facebook and answer a question.
Okay. I think I'm going to do it like this and let it go ahead and.
Oh, I hate this new Facebook. I really hate it.
It's funny how they give you the option. You can go into the old Facebook for 48 hours and work on your group if you want to. I'm like, well, what's the point of letting us do that if you're not going to let us just change to it all the time?
It won't let me change it anymore.
Well, I just saw that
let.
yesterday, and
Oh, you did. You've gotten that? Oh, maybe I can get to that.
when I go in
No.
my group, it shows up. Now I don't know if it'll let you do it, do that in somebody else's group. I don't
Yeah.
know if this is. Okay. That's what I did on the edges. And I think I'm just going to try it like Tanya said, and we'll see. If I don't like it, I can always glue it down or tear off the green. If everything else is glued down and the green's not, I could probably tear it right off.
Well, or if you really don't like it, always probably stick some glue underneath it. So,
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. I could either glue it down or tear it off. Hi, Joyce. We're glad you're here.
Hi there. And Linda says it's almost Friday. Well, it's almost Friday here, too. Not as quick as yours is going to be Friday, but it's almost Friday. Okay. Okay. I can take care of the rest later now. It's just a matter of answering a question here and there once in a while. So, I'll see if I can't find that piece of paper that I did the I didn't tear it all up. It must be in my Sunday box because on Sunday I used a little piece of the copy I made in
Yeah.
my book, in my little book. So it must be in there, and the box is all put away. So I did take out too many bugs, but that's okay. I'll use them later. So
Well, you can
and
always
now
put
I
a
got,
pocket in that book and
pardon?
put your extra bugs in that pocket so you know exactly where they are.
Yes, and that's probably what I need to do is put them back in here somehow. I will do, I can always, this kid's cute little a bug exterminator. Do you see the bug exterminator, guys? Can you
Oh,
see
he
him
is cute.
out of, uh-huh. But yeah, I can just put attach an envelope in here. So I'll do that later though. I can put this book back in my box. It looks like this book was $3.50 somewhere along the line. I'm pretty sure it was a college. It's from Iowa Wesleyan College. Publishers were in Dubuque, Iowa, so I think maybe it was like a what do
A
you call
textbook
that?
or something.
It's like a textbook, yeah, for identifying bugs. So let's see how this is doing. Oh yeah.
On the back, I think I'm going to do some kind of a collage, um, because it's also going to be a front.
Yes. Yes, Linda. Oh my, it's late too for Linda. It's only 15 minutes to Friday for her. I think for Julie, Julie's here, and I think it's already Friday for her, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, this is making me happy. Take a look at that, guys. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
I think since I've got this one and this one, and they're really
Mm-hmm.
the same thing, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put this one on the back
Okay.
and just do a collage of pictures.
Yeah, it's already Friday for Julie.
Okay.
I thought so. Okay. Shall I start gluing?
Sure.
You think? You think?
You got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. And see, that's why I only glued on the edge because I'm going to just tuck this bug in there like that. And this bug up here, I'm going to, I don't know, maybe I'll put it in a little sideways because, like that, like that. Okay, are you not going to go in there? There we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, why are you not going in? Yeah, I know. You just The page is wet a little bit. Yes, I know. Okay, just go in the way you're supposed to. Oh, you're catching on that. Is that the deal? Okay. I get it. All right, there we go. Okay, and then when we turn this page, we need a bug.
Linda says, I had the idea to make a felt mouse nest in a book, but I can't
Ooh!
do felting. Oh,
I would be just I'd just take a whole bunch of junk and glue it in there. So that would be what I would do. But that sounds like a fun project.
it does sound like a fun project.
Uh-huh. Now see, you're only gonna see his little legs right there.
Is it Sharon that does all the felting? Sharon Lombard?
I don't know. I know that Beth does some felting,
Yeah, but there's somebody that does animals and
oh
they just do amazing animals.
yeah, and it might be Sharon. I don't know. Okay.
Yes, it's Sharon.
Okay.
Talk to Sharon. Get her to make you a mouse, Linda, and then you make a nest for it.
There you go. There. That's it. Uh-huh. Mhm. We're going to go all the way back to this spot right here because I want to put this big old bug in here. All right. Yeah, like right there. All right, let's put him in. And then glue him down. Oh, the book is still a little damp. Uh-huh. Okay. Glue you down. There you go. See, and you can't hardly see him from the front. You can barely see his legs. It will be a lump of, yeah, it will be a lump of. Uh-huh. 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 Okay, I lost the pin for my glue. What did I do with it? Oh, oh no. No, 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 no. Stop this.
You need some beads on it, Tanya.
Well, I usually don't have too much trouble. Can you see it? Ah, it's right here. Oh, this is this. I'm like, yep. Okay. Now, it was my plan to put this giant bug on the front. But which giant bug? Okay, you have to help me. I was thinking this giant bug on the front, but I also have this giant bug
Oh, I
and
like
this.
that one.
Okay, you like this one?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, I'm going to put that giant one on, and then I'm going to put a little one on too. probably will have to have a third little one, or another little one, because we need to have three, but for the moment, one will be enough. I just need to get something on there to hold it down.
Okay, tell me what you think about this.
Oh, that's pretty, hon. I like that. Did you glue it down already?
No,
Okay,
I
good,
haven't
because
inked it up
I was
yet.
going to say, because you haven't inked it. So,
We'll ink it
okay.
and then we'll see.
I'm just holding the bug down.
Oh, that works.
Yeah. Well, the little legs needed to be held down. Okay, so okay. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, we need to have this bug's behindy sticking out, not his head. We can't have all the bugs chewing in the middle. We have to have some of them having their behindy sticking out into the hole. Because not all bugs travel the same direction, right?
That is true.
Okay. See, when you turn the page, now you can see just his little foot and his little butt behind.
That's cute.
Okay. All right. Now we need to find some more in there. Need to get a little one in there. All right, we need a little one here. That will be a good one. And okay. And that one you can only see his antenna, but then when you turn the page, you see his head. Okay. And I hate to say this, but it's 5 o'clock. So when you finish gluing, I'm sort of tired.
I am too. And
But more importantly, I got to move my computer back in and work. So
yeah.
far, that's my front. So far, it's not done. And then we're gonna open the book, and there's the first page, and so far the second page, and that's the third page.
It's looking really cute.
And down in here, there's another bug because I just had to have him down there already. So I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to finish it up. I may need this whole sheet of bugs though, because I just used like quite a few of my bugs.
And I don't need to glue it right now. I can glue it next week.
Okay, well, I don't mind if you glue it. Jeffrey's
Well,
on the phone, so he's not fussing.
okay.
He's making a reservation, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
Well, he's making a reservation in Moab, which means, that means our trip to Texas is, kind of getting there.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can't remember. It's like we have to be in Moab for like around Easter time. So it'll be before that.
Before you
Which
come here, or it'll
no, we'll
Moab will be
probably come,
before you come
we'll probably come there before we go to Moab, which is going to be cold. Yeah, we know.
here.
So,
Yeah, because I can I can remember all my life going to the people wanting to do Easter morning sunrise services,
mm-hmm.
and it was always so cold,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
cold. It's like,
yeah.
and sometimes I mean we've even had snow on Easter. Oh, it can be very cold here that time, but it can also be very warm. So
Yeah. So
we've had Easters where, you know, your typical sundress for Easter was perfect. So, all right, I gotta stand up so I can see.
yeah, I'm glad you decided to put that green on there. We're almost done, Jeff. Just a few minutes.
I'm hurrying, Jeff.
Oh, don't worry about it. He'll survive. I'll bet you they'll do the same news over again at 6 o'clock.
Probably.
And he likely has it on already, just on silent. He's been doing that a lot lately. No, I'm sorry, Moab, Utah, Barbara. I am talking about Moab, Utah. There's a Jeep rally that happens in Moab, and we were headed there last spring when we were supposed to see Lisa. And hello, Shelley.
Hi, Shelley. It's good to have you here.
Almost missed her coming in. Yep, you're here just in time for us to say goodbye. Lisa's going to glue that down, and oh, I love this bug over here by the coffee stain.
Yeah, that was
I may
smart.
be I may be using some more of these bugs. I want to do paper like this. I want to do a bunch of paper and coffee stain it like that. And book pages and do it. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Barbara. I'm liking the bugs too, which I wasn't sure I was going to. And I'm really glad Lisa said to color them. They show up a little bit better in the book colored. I just think that if I had put them in just plain, they wouldn't have popped as much as they do. Yeah, it looks like it belongs there, right? Mm-hmm. Lisa, that's so pretty. And now it will be dry for next week.
Yeah, it will be done. And I'll probably come back and put another layer on it later.
Yeah, or tomorrow night or Monday night,
Yeah, after it's had a while
to dry. Yeah,
I can tell some of it's not wanting to
not
glue
stuck.
down. So.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm layering it on top of each other, and they've all been put onto cardstock. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yep.
we're gonna call it good.
Yeah, you put a couple more layers on it, it ought to be okay.
Alrighty. I'm loving having my Mod Podge stuff in this.
Yeah. When I went from the bowl to this, I was so happy. So Dee Dee says glue
Yay!
both the item and the book. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Love y'all bunches. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming.
Bye bye.